Welcome to Smart Planet, where stories of nature, technology, and humanity come together. Discover the ideas shaping our world and the future we share. You are alive. Welcome to this place. I'm here to tell you about the Dutch secret. This is a place where 2/3 of the land is vulnerable to flooding, where entire cities, farmland, and the lives of millions exist below sea level, protected only by walls of earth, concrete, and centuries of human ingenuity. This is not a thought experiment. This is the Netherlands. And against all odds, the Dutch have turned a constant battle with the sea into one of the most extraordinary success stories on our planet. For centuries, water was the Dutch people's greatest enemy. Storm surges from the North Sea devastated entire villages. In 1953, the North Sea flood claimed nearly 2,000 lives and left hundreds of thousands homeless. The truth is stark. Without human intervention, much of the Netherlands would be swallowed by the sea. Cities like Amsterdam, Rotterdam, and The Hague would vanish beneath the waves. But the Dutch refused to surrender. They chose not only to fight the water, but to live with it, to master it, and ultimately to thrive below sea level. Their survival wasn't just about holding back the ocean, it was about protecting farmland to feed their people and safeguarding one of the densest and most advanced societies in Europe. So how did they do it? The solution? A vast interconnected system of dikes, dams, storm surge barriers, and ingenious canals, a masterpiece of engineering known as the Delta Works. Spanning miles along the Dutch coast, these colossal structures are often called the eighth wonder of the world. Some gates weigh as much as the Eiffel Tower, moving into place like mechanical titans when storms threaten the coast. But the Dutch secret goes beyond steel and concrete. They pioneered land reclamation, turning the sea into fertile ground. The province of Flevoland, home to hundreds of thousands of people, was once the floor of the Zuiderzee. Today, families live and work where water once flowed. Canals crisscross the landscape, carrying both cargo and tourists past windmills that harness the power of the very wind that once threatened their land. And as the climate crisis intensifies, the Netherlands has shifted from simply resisting water to working with it. Innovative designs like Room for the River deliberately let rivers overflow into designated floodplains, creating wetlands that protect communities and restore ecosystems. It's not just engineering, it's philosophy. Don't fight water endlessly. Learn its rhythms, adapt, collaborate. For the Dutch, water is not a distant threat. It is a neighbor. Farmers in Flevoland cultivate crops where fish once swam. Families in Rotterdam live in floating houses that rise with the tide. Children in Amsterdam grow up cycling atop dikes that are taller than buildings. Every generation inherits the responsibility to protect the land, and every generation finds new ways to make it better. In living below sea level, the Dutch found a way to coexist with the forces that shape their land, proving that vulnerability does not have to come from the sea. And today, as climate change accelerates, the world is facing a future the Dutch have lived for centuries. Rising seas, stronger storms, and unpredictable floods that threaten hundreds of millions worldwide. That's why experts from New York to Jakarta, from Dhaka to Venice, look to the Netherlands for answers. Dutch engineers advise on sea walls in Asia, floating communities in the Maldives, and urban water strategies in Miami. Their model proves that coexistence with water is not just possible, it can inspire beauty, innovation, and security. In an era defined by rising seas, the Dutch approach has become a global blueprint for resilience. The story of the Netherlands is not just about holding back the sea, it is about vision, persistence, and the belief that even the greatest challenges can be turned into opportunities. In the Dutch secret lies a message for us all. When faced with impossible odds, humanity can choose not to retreat, but to adapt, to innovate, and to thrive. The sea will keep rising, but so too can our determination. And perhaps the future of life below sea level is not a warning but a testament to what we can achieve together. If you enjoyed this journey, give it a like, and subscribe to Smart Planet for more stories that shape our world.